chief priests and the teachers of law began looking for a way to kill Jesus, for they feared him because the whole crowd was amazed at his teachings. The teacher of the law and chief priests looked for a way to arrest Jesus immediately, but they were afraid of the people. Keeping a close watch on him, they sent spies who pretended to be honest. They hoped to catch Jesus in something he said, so they might hand him over to the power and authority of the government. Then the Pharisees went out and laid plans to trap Jesus in his words. Meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews found out that Jesus was there and came, not only because of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. So the chief priests made plans to kill Lazarus as well, for on account of him, many of the Jews were going over to Jesus and putting their faith in him.
I am Caiaphas, the high priest. I alone hold the ultimate religious power over the people. But my power is threatened by this Jesus. The people are following him in throngs, speaking of his miracles, his healings, his seemingly divine wisdom, and his raising the dead to life. We must get the people away from him, even if it means we must kill. Jesus has even had the nerve to speak against me and the other priests and the Pharisees in power. He uses us in his parable teachings as the bad example. As his popularity grows, so too do our frustrations. He has to be stopped. He must be stopped if we're to keep control over the people. He is a threat to our tightly run political arena. Stop him! Stop him! But how? We've tried throwing anyone who acknowledged Jesus as the Christ out of the synagogue, but they still follow after him. We've even tried sending spies to trap him in his words, getting him to say anything at all, to accuse him of blasphemy against God. Then we could have him arrested. But the spies we sent came back with nothing. They too were transfixed by his words. Ridiculous! We were frustrated as to what to do next. But then it happened. One of those from Jesus' inner circle of 12 came forward, a man named Judas, to sell out Jesus for a price, 30 pieces of silver. How convenient! How perfect! Someone close to Jesus was willing to help us. Jesus will soon be dead. You watch. Very soon. But not soon enough for me. And then our worries will be over.
Then Satan entered Judas, called Iscariot, one of the 12. And Judas went to the chief priests and the officers of the temple guard and discussed with them how he might betray Jesus. They were delighted and agreed to give him money. He consented and watched for an opportunity to hand Jesus over to them when no crowd was present. When the evening came, Jesus was reclining at the table with the 12. And while they were eating, he said, I tell you the truth, one of you will betray me. They were very sad and began to say to him, one after the other, surely not I will. And Jesus replied, the one who has dipped his hand into the bowl with me will betray me. The Son of Man will go just as it is written about him. But woe to that man who betrays the Son of Man. It would be better for him if he had not been born. Then Judas, the one who would betray him, said, surely not I, Rabbi. And Jesus answered, yes, it is you. Now the betrayer had arranged a signal with them. The one I kiss is the man. Arrest him. Going at once to Jesus, Judas said, greetings, Rabbi, and kissed him. Jesus replied, friend, do what you came for. Then the men stepped forward, seized Jesus, and arrested him. Early in the morning, all the chief priests and the elders of the people came to the decision to put Jesus to death. They bound him, led him away, and handed him over to Pilate, the governor. When Judas, who had betrayed him, saw that Jesus was condemned, he was seized with remorse and returned the 30 silver coins to the chief priests and the elders. I have sinned, he said, for I have betrayed innocent blood. What is that to us? They replied. That's your responsibility. So Judas threw the money into the temple and left. Then he went away and hanged himself. Everything I did, just like the prophet Zechariah had foretold, hundreds of years later. Zechariah's word, it was recorded, such as Scripture tells the truth. Words about me and what I will do. Zechariah prophecy, God's Son will be betrayed, and so it was. It was also Zechariah whose prophecy that money would be thrown back. This so it was. After I saw Jesus condemned, I was filled with remorse. I ran back to the baby. I returned from him, confessing, I have sinned, I have betrayed innocent blood. The first thing is, Jesus was seen today, and he left exactly how he wanted him. Nothing to stop him now. Eliminating Jesus, not in confessing. I want someone that is no one who doesn't need me. I threw my money at him. Hey, Jesus, they bought the part of land. It's very important. Wanted to die, but I got them through the ritual. They bought the field for the potter. So it was called the potter's field. It's still in Jerusalem today. It's also called the field of blood. Because it was bought with the blood money. One of these is shed the blood of Christ. That's right, the prophecy that these two children will be thrown down in the house of the Lord. Then it was given to the potter. Can you imagine everything I've done? Everything I've done is recorded. Centuries before I was even born. world